Yeah.
Like this shit's badass.
Oh no, and if you would have been here a month ago, no, 3 months ago, there was 8 of these in here.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking to Robert about cryptocurrency. He's in the cryptocurrency space and I don't know much about it, but he's going to explain it because he is blowing up and doing good things. So tell me exactly what you do.
So we are in the cryptocurrency space. Unlike other companies, we specialize in one major aspect of the business, which is large-scale infrastructure. We specialize in the sale of the hardware, in consulting our clients, but our main focus and our main business is creating the infrastructure for individuals or financial institutions that want to get into our space. About 2 years, we came up with this containerized solution. We're one of the only companies in the world that specialize in this particular solution, which has made our business more efficient and more cost effective, especially when you're doing this in large scale. As you can see, this is a 40 by 8 typical container that you would see anywhere, and we have taken it and we have retrofitted specifically for mining. And what's unique about these containers is the amount of power that they draw. This particular container draws over 1 megawatt of power, which is enough power to pretty much operate a small town.
Wow.
So if you want to come take a look down here, you can see our panel. This is our electrical room.
Okay.
From here, we can move down to our data center.
And this is what mines?
This is where all the miners are set up and run and operate. Everything we do is retrofitted and custom to fit whatever hardware the client chooses. So basically, whatever the client requests, we do custom here in-house.
Let me ask you how you started, because I know that when you first got into it, you were in a little office, you know, working with somebody, another guy. You guys were all like together. It was like 4 or 5 of you guys inside a small office. How did you like come up with, you know, this huge, you know, operation now? And I know it's been a few years that you've been into it.
So it's a funny story. I heard about crypto for the first time in 2011, and I come from an entertainment background, and running a very successful entertainment venue and bringing in a lot of customers from overseas, Asia and Europe.
Right.
A lot of them were asking us if we accepted cryptocurrency as a form of payment. So that's really how it all started. You know, it was just I was intrigued by the fact that you could use cryptocurrency to pay for your bottle service at a nightclub. And I started digging a little bit more and more, and that's how we're at today. We went from a small mom and pop operation to now having 7 different companies within the cryptocurrency space.
Wow.
And we've been very blessed and fortunate to be known as one of the largest companies within that space currently today.
So were you selling before? Because I remember you sold like some type of small device, and then is this just the device on steroids?
Yeah, so back in the days, basically, you know, we were working with little USB miners, you could call them. Now, as you can see today, they look much different and much larger, and they're pretty much a server. That's
okay.
In a nutshell, that's what you're looking at. It's a server that processes data at a very rapid pace and consumes a lot of power.
Right.
And that's why we have come up with a containerized solution, because we're able to build these containers and ship them to areas around the world in which we find low-cost power. Like I said, this particular container consumes over 1 megawatt of power, which is unheard of. So with this solution, we have made it more efficient and cost-effective for our clients to operate their mines.
Now, if you had this in Miami, is it cost efficient? Because since it's so hot here, I know that this room gets really hot. You know, tell me where you take them.
Well, so heat is a very big variable and a very big enemy of our operations. So 99% of these containers and mining operations are set in environments that are more favorable than South Florida. Unfortunately for us, we're a South Florida-based company, but we cannot really operate this in South Florida for two reasons. A, one is power costs, and B is the heat. So we look for locations in other parts of the country that are more cost-effective and more efficient, and also have better cooling environment.
And now, one other thing I wanted to ask you, how has this coronavirus actually affected you, or has it not affected you? You know, what have you been doing to actually start producing more if it has affected you?
So unfortunately it has affected us. A lot of our hardware comes from China. So our manufacturing has been delayed due to the timelines that it now takes for us to get some of our hardware. So what we have done as a company, we have taken our engineering team and we have transitioned a good portion of our company to start producing PPE here in the United States.
Well, tell me what that means, because I don't know.
So as you guys know, during the pandemic, there was a large shortage of PPE in the United States, whether it was gloves, gowns, or masks, respiratory masks. Right. So back in early January, being that we did a lot of business with China, we kind of had an idea that there was going to be a shortage, and we are very pro Made in America company, and we decided that we needed to start producing PPE in the United States, made in America.
Right.
And we are currently in the process of obtaining all our licensing by the CDC and the FDA to start producing and manufacturing PPE products here in the United States.
That's awesome.
Which, God forbid, you know, we have another pandemic down the line. We no longer have to rely on overseas. We can utilize the products that are manufactured here in the United States.
Oh, that's awesome. I know that you talked to me that you were bringing in the shields for the hospitals and masks. So I know you were doing a lot of good stuff to help out the community and the hospitals.
Yeah, so we started a movement called Together We Stand. Obviously, this is a very important time in our history, and I think it's important that we all come together and unite. So we started a company, Together We Stand, that was producing the face shields, and while we wait for the licensing and the approvals for the other PPE products that we're going to be producing here in the United States, we're currently in the process of setting up our new facility that will be strictly tailored towards PPE, and we should have our licensing and all the manufacturing ready to launch by the end of this year.
One other thing I wanted to ask you, what advice could you give anybody right now, any entrepreneur that could give them a lift in their business, even if it's your experience of whatever you've come through? What can you give to them?
Don't make it about you, make it about your team. We're a very team-oriented company. I always have focused on being surrounded by the right people that are smarter than me.
Sure.
And realistically, that's been my goal always, to build the perfect team and work hard. I keep saying to people whenever they ask me, well, what's the secret? The secret is work at least 80 hours a week for about 5 years. If you're not willing and able to work and sacrifice at least 80 hours a week for a good 5 years, then it's going to be very tough to get to that next level.
That's good advice, because everybody needs to hear that it's possible to do it, and then you gave us now at least some way of knowing, hey, work hard it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna, come overnight. You need to, work at it.
It's definitely not going to come overnight. What you're seeing here is about 9 years in the making. We've had our ups and downs, but the one thing that's always kept together is the team and the strive to succeed, and also the sacrifice. Once again, 80 hours a week. That's the secret. 80 hours a week is what you need to dedicate in order to take your business and your life to the next level.
Now, tell everybody where they can find you. If anybody is an investor that is hopefully that wants to do something like this, where can they find you?
So we're located here in Florida. This is our headquarters. Although we have operations in other states of the United States, other parts of the United States like Pennsylvania, Georgia, Ohio, and overseas as well. But our headquarters is here in Doral, Florida.
Instagram,
Instagram, you can find us under Bit5, and our website is bit5.com.
Okay, so you hear that, Bit5. Anybody that wants to know about cryptocurrency, this is the man right here. All right. Well, thank you so much for. Thank you for the time, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.